Hello everyone. In this video, you're going to learn about branching. So branching is a very important, basic building block of programming where you're giving the decision making. You're making the decisions based on the condition. For that, branching is a very important programming concept that you'll use. So what is branching? Making the decision. It's a decision making statement based on the condition selecting some set of code to get executed. So that is done by the branching statement. There are three types of branching statements or that if else, and switch. So if just gives the condition. If the condition is true, just do this statement. If not, just skip the whole thing. Okay. So that is the case for if statement. So if you look at the syntax, if is the keyword that you'll use to specify the conditioning, and inside this parenthesis you will specify what is the condition that has to be validated, and when that condition is true, what should get executed. The statement will be given inside the curly brace. Okay, so this is same like while, but this is conditioning state. If condition, then do the set of statements. Okay, but it will not get repeated like looping. It will get executed only once. So this is the syntax for if statement. The second case is if else statement. Normally you will not simply use if. If will come with set of, if this condition is true, execute. If not, what should be done? So that should be specified. For that you have to go for if else statement. So if else statement is nothing but if condition is true, execute this, or if the condition is false, whatever is given inside the else statement should get executed. Okay, so that is if else. So if you look at an example, here we are specifying a string variable, and the condition is if the variable value is Monday, print it, or else print this. Okay, so if you execute it in JavaScript console, okay, so if you execute it here, variable values to today, address assigned with the value Tuesday, and the condition is Monday. The condition is true, then execute this, or if it is not true, execute this. Here in this case, it is not true. So the else part is getting executed. Today is not Monday. Okay. So that is how the if else statement works together. So let's do it with multiple if else branching. So here you're not using one single statement. If this condition is true, then check this condition. If this condition is true, then execute this. So this is called nested if. So putting multiple conditions together. Okay, so if you execute this, if we are initializing the variable, if this is true, this will get picked. If this is true, then it will just display this. So this is true. So this condition is checked, and this is also true. So it just prints the sales total is between 50 to 100. So else if is kind of together, putting together the if and else if component together. You can use the keyword else if. If this condition is true, execute it, or else execute the second. You can just combine any kind of programming concept. For example, if the submit button is clicked, just do this execution like with the function. You have seen this example, the previous module. If the submit button is clicked, then do this action, do this event, execute this event. If not, execute particular event. If the submitted button is clicked, send it to the server. If not, give a pop-up message saying that just submit, just press the submit button like that. So like that, you can just combine this with any programming concept. Okay, so the third kind of statements, condition statement is if switch statement, where you can specify multiple cases together inside the same block, building switch block like this. For example, here the keyword is switch. Okay, inside the switch, you will specify the condition value. If the given value, the American city matches with the case Boston, then return Massachusetts. If the given city, whatever is passed here, okay, here if you look at that, it's a full program. If you recall, function is the keyword, function name is city location, and this is the parameter, okay, or argument. So this will get executed. This is the whole function. This function will execute it only when there is a function calling. Okay, so you can see the function calling is here. You're passing the parameter argument Boston that will be assigned with this American city. So when the American city matches with this Boston, which matches with this value, then return Massachusetts. Okay, this is the whole program. So let's execute this whole program where I have combined the function calling, and then switch statements all together. So if you execute this, you can see that we are passing the city location as Boston here. So it prints Massachusetts. So if I pass city location as Miami, then it will print Florida, because in function calling, I'm passing Miami, that will be matched with this parameter, and the case matched this case matched with this Miami. Okay, so here you have to pass the case. In the switch condition, you have to match the case. So the case matched with the Miami, so it will return Florida. So this is how you can combine multiple things that you learned: function, looping, conditioning, everything you can mix match. So you just got introduced to all this basic programming concept in JavaScript. So when you learn Python, you will learn all these things, all these concepts in detail, and you will solve problems by using these basic concepts. So in this JavaScript, in this last 3 chapters, you're just getting introduced to these terminologies and these concepts. In data programming 1, you will learn all these with hands-on examples. You'll solve problems, so that in that case you'll become more familiar with all these programming concepts. So in this chapter, you learned about array, looping concept, and branching conditions. Thank you.